In this video, we're going to create a lovely hero area and we'll first remove our video placeholder. Then I'll browse for a freebie in order to save a bit of time. I'll mention in a few places where you can get freebies in the resources folder. I won't record how I use Google to search. The reasons are simple and there's no secrecy behind it. It's a matter of being efficient in the videos, and showing you how to Google just seems like a waste of time. This is the player I decided to use. It looks pretty good, so let's grab all the relevant layers and drag them into our project. Seeing it on our background, we immediately spot the big problem, the large shadow. Select the layer with that effect and clear its style. For the image layer, we obviously need either something related to the business model or something blank. For the moment, we'll choose the latter option. Use color overlay to cover that image. Select a fairly dark gray, and after you're happy with it, add the satin effect. This will add a very nice touch to our screen element and make it a bit more detailed. I always use satin for this type of thing. Now for the color scheme. Use the Control-click technique on the canvas and select the green layers. Adjust their aspect with color overlay and use the same red as in the logo. Make use of the background color on the left panel. For the volume graphic, it seems we've ran into a bit of a problem. I thought about separating it or using different techniques on it, but in the end it doesn't make a difference, so color overlay will be just fine for now. Rename that folder to video, and we definitely need to resize it in order to compensate for the large amount of text on the left side. We need to figure it out. The headline is complicated and hard to read. When a user comes to this website, he's gotta understand immediately what this is about. Reading is obviously not the best choice, and some won't even click the video to learn more about the business. To compensate for that, since this is an ebook service, I will need to get something related. A Kindle or any type of reading devices will work wonders since pictures are instantly recognized. I'll Google a good one, and through the magic of editing, we already have it. Don't you just love technology? With this new element, we have even bigger space issues at the top, but we need to make it work since this will surely make an impression both on the end user and on the contest holder. Place the image properly in the layers panel, that being above the gray shape layer. Adjust its position and then increase the height of our element in order to make more room for it. Putting it on the right side might be a better option, but I'm not set on anything right now. What I will do is change the blending mode to multiply. That looks great, and it will go well with our light background. Now for the text. I need to find a short headline that will encompass the whole business idea. I'll browse around their website. And finally I see this text which works well. Protect your ebook without spending a fortune. So remove the current text layer and type in the new headline. Adjust its aspect and make it look like a headline. So quite big, bold and powerful. Move the video player to gain more space for it. We still need to figure out everything in this section, so let's take a step back. The Kindle should be the first thing we should probably align, so let's do that now. Open up the guides, zoom in and adjust the hand so it's right on the edge of our design. Then we can move on to the other elements since this is pretty much set here. Our other text layers are hidden, so go ahead and make them visible again. Now put them underneath our main title. Let's check our layout website so we can get a better grasp on things. Going to the brief, we can see that the text shown isn't that important in the client's list. That's good news for us. This is why you should constantly recheck the brief. That being said, I'm not ready to simply delete it since it surely has its purpose. Make the video player even smaller and put it in position. Now resize our first text layer. Press T and drag the handles all the way to the side. Also make it smaller since it's lost some of its importance due to the title up top. Perform the same adjustments on the other bit of text, which is probably considered the body. Now looking at things, we have some order. The title is roughly aligned to the top of the device. The text underneath occupies the entire area nicely and we finally have some structure. Looking at the title though, I'm not sure that's the best font for it. The client mentioned he wants a warm design, and though fonts aren't the main choice to obtain that effect, they do play a large role in it. Let's use Helvetica. This one is way too thin, so let's see what other ways we have. Maybe 85 heavy. That's decent. Let's make Protect Your ebook red, the good old two-toned approach. Let's browse through the ways to find a better one. Helvetica 77 bold seems to be the best choice so far. Increase its size though. Great. Move it a bit and this is looking considerably better. For the copy underneath, we need to perform a couple of things as well. Size, weight, line height, they all need fiddling until we get something that flows nicely. This takes a bit of time, this takes a bit of back and forth, but one simply does not choose a font and finishes. Select both layers and align them to the left. Make a couple of more changes to the middle text layer, and pretty soon we'll move on to the next item on our agenda, world domination. Before that though, we'll change the appearance of the next text layer. And here we are, the last text layer in the hero area. Let's change this so it will fit well. I did consider moving the video to the left and have the text on the right side, but I decided to leave it as is. Arrange the video player to the right of the design and then, considering we already have quite a bit of content, we can easily remove a phrase. Again, a gamble, but we do want to have some compromise in this hero area because it's just too much. We'll make a nice element with the help of the text layer in order to separate this area. Press T and hold the minus symbol on your keyboard until you have a couple of characters. Actually, I think it's a bit too much. Okay. Now change the letter spacing to around 200-300 depending on the size, make the color a very light gray, and finally adjust its position. You probably already got the hang of the separator and you should use it, especially since it will help you to work with the character panel in Photoshop. Make a few adjustments here and there, and now back to our text layer. Let's make over 50 ebook readers in bold and red since this is an important feature. For our video player, we'll make a play button so it's more obvious you should click on it. Make sure you position it properly in your layers panel. At this point it's part of a clipping mask, so I'll reposition it. Then center it, add a white stroke, fairly thick but with a low opacity. Now lower the opacity of the entire element and look for the play symbol in the custom shapes panel. That will work. Center it and make it white. Move it a bit and write a short message underneath. Click to play. Let me show you a nice trick. I don't like the current font, I'd rather use the one from my title. To do that is easy. Press T, click on the title, then go back to the video player with the Control-click method and start typing. You'll see your font will have changed to that one. Of course, it's part of a clipping mask, so be sure to fix that. Then make it white, a bit smaller, and position it properly. Looking at our design, we've come a long way. Now let's focus on a call to action. Move all the layers out of the way so as not to influence you. Not sure what the call to action should say, so let's check that out. It seems we don't have a normal join now or contact us button. Instead, we have a direction to watch the video, so that's what we're gonna do. Click here to watch our video. Of course, it looks like rubbish, but we'll change it. Buffer app has a really nice font and arrow directing the user to do something. That's what I'm going for. I know a few script and handwritten fonts, so I'll go through a few. Daisy Script is one of them, but then again it's probably best to use a Google font. Go to their website and paste that text in the preview box. From the left side from the filters, select only handwritten fonts. I will just scroll through and search for the best option. It's a matter of taste, of course. Maybe shadow into the light? Do I have it? I think I do, but unfortunately it's not what I want. Damien is a good choice. We need to adjust it a bit. Now for the arrow, I'll use a custom shape. That's bad. I need to make it look like it's handmade. I think I have a brush for that though. You can get brushes everywhere on the internet. They're more popular than Instagram food pictures, so you can't miss them. Let's speed this up a bit and voila, there you go, a good looking arrow. Make it so that the arrow is actually pointing to the play button. Lovely. The only major issue left is the amount of space we have here. I actually had additional text and I removed it, so let's bring that back. Okay. Now a few more adjustments. And we're there. Use the eraser on the arrow layer to shorten it a bit. Now I'm happy on how this looks. Took a long time, but I think we managed to pull it off. Rename that layer to arrow. We need to group everything, so take your time to identify all the relevant layers. This is going to be our hero area. Put it underneath the header so we keep that drop shadow effect. The only thing left is the similar effect on the bottom. I tried with drop shadow but then decided to use an inner shadow. Uncheck the global light option, set it at -90 degrees, and then just play with the distance, size and opacity until it's similar to the one up top. The hard part is over. Nothing very complicated as you've seen, but a lot of fiddling trying to make things fit. This part is a bit text heavy, but we'll see what the client thinks in his first review. For now, we need to move on to the next section.